to the guitar collection. Well, I'm very excited to finally get my hands on a guitar made by the Italian luthier Rinaldo Vacca. And Rinaldo's very well known for making all-wood lattice-brace guitars that sound very natural sounding. Now, they're famously played by the Yamashitas, and of course, Kazuhito Yamashita has been making some great videos on hers. And I have to say, what always sticks out to me is this beautiful blue rosette. So before I talk about the sound, let's go ahead and talk about the specs of this guitar and some of the details here. The first thing you'll notice when looking at this instrument is this really gorgeous blue rosette that's minimal, but it sure does stick out. So if you love blue, you will love this guitar just from the look of it before even playing a note on it. So looking at the rosette, you'll notice this gorgeous blue rosette, and then along the purflings of the guitar, you get this very thin blue purfling along the binding of the guitar here. And I have to say, it's something that you may not notice right away, but of course the rosette catches your eye first, but there's lots of these little nice blue details. Now, this cedar top is very, very dark. And I have to say, I'm a sucker for very dark colored cedar tops. By the way, don't get it confused. Just because the color is dark, it doesn't mean the sound is dark. It could be the brightest sounding guitar ever. It's not the situation with this instrument. But yes, it's a really gorgeous dark colored cedar top. When you turn the guitar around, you'll notice this Indian rosewood back and sides. It almost looks like it's one piece, but I believe it's book matched. It's very nice looking. Turning the guitar back around, have to talk about the neck for a second. I have to say, very ideal for me. 52 millimeter nut width. It's very C-shaped and rounded, nice and thin. Very, very low action and plenty of room to go even so low to where you'd buzz every note if you wanted to remove some off of the saddle here. Now, going up onto the headstock of this guitar, you'll notice, if you look very closely, now I'll bring a picture up on the screen for you here, but you'll notice this also blue purfling around the outside of the headstock. That's maybe even thinner than the one that goes around the body of the guitar. It's not something you've noticed from more than a few feet away, but hey, if it's the guitar you own, it's something that you can appreciate all these small little details. You know, his headstock also really strikes me here. It's simple. It's very, very simple. There's no frills except for the colors, I would suppose. But you know, it's simple and pretty agreeable. It also has this angle to it, which you almost never see. It's straight, and then right near the end, there's an angle, which is really quite attractive. The tuners, I'm not actually sure exactly what they are, but they are quite smooth. I'll put up what the tuners are on the screen, and they work very, very well. And let's see, wow. I have to say, this guitar really impressed me. Now, I did not expect this to be a super loud guitar. In fact, I think a lot of the really traditional Italian makers are making guitars that aren't super focused on volume, but just pure tone and color. However, since this was a lattice-braced guitar, since it is a lattice-braced guitar, I thought, well, shoot, maybe it will have some volume. I'm not really sure. And sure enough, it is quite a loud guitar, but you can tell the focus of it is not just make a guitar as loud as possible. It has these characteristics that I notice on really great lattice-braced guitars and really great double-top guitars, in that everything is very even all over the guitar. You can create great sounds all over the guitar. There's really nice sustain. However, it doesn't have this like squawky, latticey sound, which I think, you know, is sort of the worst example of the lattice bracing styles, when you get this mid-range squawking type of sound. It's got a very, very full sound to it. Now, I have to say, it's all nylon strings on this instrument. I decided not to change them from the ones that were sent with it because I think they sound really quite nice, and it's very colorful on this instrument. So listen to some of the sounds that you can create on it. I have to say, this first string is a real singer. It's such a singing first string. I mean, it's just like as bright as day when you want it to be, or really dark when you want it to be. Listen how I can just darken it up. this really nice sympathetic vibration and overtones that this has. Like, it lights up the rest of the guitar. But doesn't erase the fundamental. And now I have to show you the second string, because the second and third string I normally replace and put carbon on these strings. But on this guitar, I find that the second string is really charming with nylon, and you get such a broad palette of colors and a great dynamic range. Let me just give you an example. If I play really warm, you get this type of sound, really lovely, thick, luscious sound. And then if I brighten it up a little bit, especially if I put a little bit more volume into it, you get this charming, brighter sound. And then I can really brighten it up. You see, there's this huge palette of colors on this guitar, and I have to say, this is one of the characteristics that sticks out to me. It makes you really want to explore tone colors, and that's one of the types of guitars that I gravitate to for sure. It's a quality of a great guitar is when it makes you want to explore. And by the way, I guess I didn't even mention this, but this guitar was made in 2024, and it looks like it's his 325th guitar. So he's built quite a lot of instruments. This one is brand new. I mean, I can't find a single scratch on this guitar. So if you're looking for a great guitar that's in outstanding condition, that it's still going to grow with you, it's still going to open up as you play it more, then I think this would be a really great choice, especially if you're looking for a colorful instrument that's easy to play. So without further ado, I'll play some more musical examples on this guitar by Rinaldo Vacca. Congratulations, Rinaldo, by the way. Fantastic instrument. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Check out guitarcollection.com. This guitar is available. I've got lots of beautiful instruments on there, both modern and traditional, old and new. So I'd love to see you there. Let's talk guitar. Shoot me an email. Thanks so much for watching, and here are some more musical examples on this guitar. Thanks.